Hello children, in this video I am going to show you some question answers of chapter 4 because already we have discussed most of the things of this chapter, pressure in fluids and atmospheric pressure. So now I was thinking that few questions which may be confusing for you. Answers, and this question is from exercise 4a. Our first question was why actually this is question number 9. The rest are the objective questions which already I have explained, so I have chosen only those questions which may be difficult to write, not all, because rest are the easy one. You just go through the previous videos, you will get all the answers. Why is the tip of alpine made sharp? Answer is the tip of an alpine is made sharp so that large pressure is exerted at the sharp end. It can be driven into with less effort. As I told you that pressure is equals to force upon area, so when the area is less, it is very easy to apply force and pressure will be more. Question number 10, explain. Two questions were there. First was it is easier to cut with a sharp knife than with a blunt one, and second question was sleepers are laid below the rails. Already explained this thing in your video also. So first question, give reason actually why it is easier to cut with a sharp knife. Same cause. It is easier to cut with a sharp knife because even a small thrust causes great pressure at the edges and cutting can be done with less effort. Okay. Sleepers are laid below the rails. Wide wooden sleepers are placed below the railway tracks so that the pressure exerted by the rails on the ground becomes less. Now our next question is state three factors on which the pressure at a point in a liquid depends. The answer is following are the three factors on which the pressure at a point in a liquid depends. First is depth of the point below the free surface, and that be indicated by symbol small h. Second is density of the liquid, that is rho, and acceleration due to gravity, that is small g. Okay, because we know that pressure is equals to h rho g. So write an expression for the pressure at a point inside a liquid. Explain the meaning of the symbol used. So inside the liquid we are writing P is equals to, this is a pressure inside the liquid at any point. Means you just think in this container there is water or any liquid. So if we are talking about this point, how much pressure is working here? So that is P, and this P is equals to what? P is equals to P0 plus H rho G. What is P0? That is atmospheric pressure. Because of air pressure there is a pressure, plus P0 is also there. So what I have written, P is equals to P0 plus H rho G. Here P is pressure exerted at any point in liquid, P0 is atmospheric pressure, H is depth of the point from the upper surface, free surface to this height is depth of the point below the free surface, then density of the liquid, which type of liquid you have taken, that liquid's density, and G is acceleration due to gravity. So this is the expression for that. Now our next question is explain why a gas bubble released at the bottom of a lake grows in size as it rises to the surface of a lake. If you think this is a lake, okay, if any gas bubble started from here, when it reaches on top, its size increases. Why? This is the question. Okay, so answer is when the bubble is at the bottom of the lake, total pressure exerted on it is the atmospheric pressure plus the pressure due to water column. As the gas bubble rises due to decrease in depth, the pressure due to water column decreases, and we know that by Boyle's law PV is equals to constant, that is pressure into volume is equals to constant. So volume of the bubble increases due to decrease in pressure, that is that bubble grows in size. See, if that bubble was earlier, that bubble is here, so it is facing so much pressure, atmospheric pressure, than this depth, the weight of this water column, that is the volume. Okay, that's why its size is less, but when rises up, the pressure decreases as the water column decreases, so quantity of water also decreases. That's why because of less pressure it grew up. Why? Because Boyle says that when you will multiply pressure into volume, the answer will be same. You just think, if I'm multiplying 2 into 5 is equals to 10, okay, now it became, pressure became half, still it will be 10 if it is pressure, and I'm going to multiply the volume. So what I will multiply? Naturally the volume will be 20, so that it will become 10. That is the according to Boyle's law, that when we will multiply pressure and volume, it is always constant for a particular substance. Now next question. Explain the principle of hydraulic machine. Name 2 devices which work on this principle. For this question, please go through the video where I have explained about hydraulic machine. And answer is, the principle of hydraulic machine is that a small force applied on a smaller piston is transmitted to produce a large force on the bigger piston. Following are the 2 devices which works on principle of hydraulic machines: hydraulic press and hydraulic brakes. Write one use of hydraulic press. It is used to squeezing oil out of linseed and cotton seeds. Next question. For that we have to see the diagram. So children, this is question number 30. And this is the diagram. Our first the diagram in figure 4.12 shows a device which makes use of the principle of transmission of pressure. Okay, you can see this diagram. This is your book also. So question number 1 was, name the part labeled X and Y. First of all, see where is X and Y. This is X and here is Y. So for X I have written press plunger and Y is pump plunger. Press plunger, pump plunger. See children, this is press plunger and this is pump plunger. Second question, describe what happens to the valves A and B and to the quantity of water in the 2 cylinders when the lever arm is moved down. So what is the answer? When the lever is moved down, valve B closes and valve A opens. See the diagram? When the lever is moved down, valve B closes. Where is valve B? This will closed. This is closed. This red one is valve B. This will closes and valve A opens. This will open. Okay, then what will happen? So the water from cylinder P, so the water from the cylinder P is forced into the cylinder Q. Okay children, show the diagram once again. Not from here, not from the tank, it is from this tube. From this tube, when this valve will close and lever is moved down, this lever is moved down, it is closed. So where this water will move, because this is closed, so this will not pass here, this will pass from this tube, and valve A is open, so it will come here. Okay, now question number 3, give reason for what happens to the valve A and B in part 2. What happened to valve A and valve B? In the same question, what happened to A and B? Valve B, so the diagram, valve B closes due to increase in pressure. As we press the lever, this is the lever, we press the lever, so naturally this will close because of the pressure. So valve B, first of all I am reading and you see the diagram, then I will show you the answer. Valve B closes due to an increase in pressure in cylinder P. This pressure is transmitted to the connecting pipe. Okay, this is closed and then it is transferred, this pressure is transmitted here in this connecting pipe. Therefore, because of this pressure, valve A open becomes greater than the pressure in the cylinder Q. Valve A opens up. So you just note down, valve B closes due to an increase in pressure in cylinder P. This pressure is transmitted to the connecting pipe, and when the pressure is connecting pipe becomes greater than the pressure in the cylinder Q, valve A opens up. I hope it is clear. When we press the lever, this valve be closed, therefore this liquid, because of pressure transfer here, and therefore the pressure, valve A open and liquid comes in this cylinder. Now our fourth question is, what happens when the release valve is opened? Answer is, when the release valve is opened, press plunger Q, means this plunger, this one, press plunger Q gets lowered and water of the cylinder Q, this will close, this will come lower, this plunger comes lower, and then water from of cylinder Q runs out in the tank. Okay children. Next question, what happens to the valve B in cylinder P when the lever arms is moved up? Your question is from this place. What happens to the valve B, this valve, red color valve B in cylinder P? We are talking about this cylinder. When the lever moved up, when this lever is moved up, then what will happen? This water will rise up, okay? Because this will open, and because of the atmospheric pressure on the surface of this water, this will rise up. So same thing I have written here. When the lever arm is moved up, the pressure is in cylinder P decreases and the valve B opens upwards. As a result, water from tank is pushed up into the cylinder P by the atmospheric pressure acting on the free surface of water in tank. Now, what is the reason? Give a reason for your answer in part 5. Already we have explained the reason is atmospheric pressure. So same thing I have written here. Why this happened? Why the valve B opened upward? We have written when lever arm is moved up, valve B opens upward, and water from tank pushed up into cylinder. Reason is atmospheric pressure acting on free surface of water. Now last question was, state one use of the above device. So you may write any one out of these. Hydraulic press is used for pressing quilts, cotton balls, books, means pressing books, extracting juice from sugarcane, squeezing the oil out of the seeds, etc. So you may write any one. And for this question, children, you must go through the topic, this one. This is the example of hydraulic machine, hydraulic press. Here it is explained, Brahma press or hydraulic press. If you will go through the working of this press, you will get the answer of that question. Everything is from this diagram only. Only the few namings were changed. Otherwise, same topic is there about the working of this. Now, our next question. Question number 31. Draw a simple diagram of a hydraulic jack and explain its working. Again, you will may go through your book that is given there also. So I have drawn this diagram. You can see this is lever, this is the handle, this is piston A. Here we will apply effort. Okay, that's why direction is downward. This is fulcrum, joint point is a fulcrum. Okay, this cylinder is P. It is filled with a liquid. Here is a valve. It may be closed or opened according to the pressure applied inside the tube. This is tube R. Piston, this is piston B. This was piston A. This is container or vessel Q. And platform, here the car is kept. Okay, now working. When handle H, see this is handle H of the lever is pressed, when we will press it then down by applying an effort, the valve B opens, this will open, and then liquid passes from here to that place. Okay, the liquid runs out from the cylinder P to the cylinder Q. The liquid comes out from here to this place. Okay, as a result, the piston B rises as the pressure will come with water, so it rises up. Okay, as a result, the piston B rises up and it raises the car placed on the platform. When the car reaches the desired height, the handle H of the lever is no longer pressed. Then we will leave this handle. Okay, when we will press it until we will see that now we required up to this place the car should be lifted. Then we will stop pressing it, and the handle H of the lever is no longer pressed. The valve B gets closed, then it will close again. Okay, because so that the water could not pass back to the cylinder. the valve B gets closed so that the liquid may not run back from the cylinder Q to cylinder P. Okay.